Hi, I want to show you a little tutorial how you can make transition from groups using Maschine Plus. You have to create different groups like this. I have, in this case, I have Deep House 1. In the description you can see all the video I play when I play this live set. I have in this case 16 groups, and one group is one track, one song. Okay, then you create a song using 16 elements. You can use one shot, synth, or loops. It depends how big are your files, because the CPU of Maschine Plus is a little bit limited. But this is the only way for make a long live set, very long, to the infinity, using a group and mixing groups. I have, for example, this Deep House 1 is this. Then I load Deep House 2, and a little tip: when you create a group and save the group, you have to save the group. For example, sorry, in principle, you have the group is this one. Later we see. This is a song, okay, a track. When you save group, you get to save as, go to group, and with sample and the letter you use it, then save it. When you load, push shift and push set routing plus pattern. In this way you can load the samples and the pattern inside the group. Okay, then I start like this: group A, group B, load, and I can start. I start with Deep House 1, and I mute group 2, and this is group 2, and I start adding elements, and I go to group B that is in mute, and I mute some element, because when the group B, the group 2 goes up when I'm mixing, I don't want that all the elements are playing. I want only these elements, for example, bass drum, this is, I don't remember, chord, bass. Then I come back to group 1. Then I start my live like this: group 1, play, and I set all for the groups. I set a compressor and a performance effects. You can set all that you want here. And also in this group, all the groups are a compressor like this. In the master you can put, for example, a limiter, okay, like this. Then I come back to group A and I create the arrangement like this. You can play with the elements, and in this group there is a kick, chord, one shot. This is a sample, one shot sample. We can watch. This is a one sample. This is an audio. Okay, it's a loop. This is a sample audio loop. Sample. I normally don't use VST plugin inside, because later the CPU is too high. Then in this case the CPU is 35. When I mix in the two groups, the CPU goes up, and if I have a lot of instrument is a problem. Then normally I use or loop or one shot sample. because when you load a group with a lot of elements and a lot of sorry, one second. Okay, when you load a lot of elements, maybe there is a little skip in the audio. Then sometimes can happen because the CPU goes up. Then we come back here. Now I want to mix. The first tip I use to go a little bit down with the volume of the next track. Then this is the next track. I purely mute the drums, the bass drum. Then I want to mix together. I can, for example, create a little break. Okay. For me, like this, okay, is like a break. Now I unmute the group 2. You can listen. Is this one? And I go up and go up. This is the transition. Now I go to group 1 and I mute the kick. Group B and I unmute the kick. And now I go down with the volume of deep house 1. Now I can also go in the mixer of deep house 1 and I can put down the volume of hi-hat, for example, and hi-hat accent. This is the bass. I come back to my mixer and the transition is done. Perfect. I mute the group, okay, and now I play with the next track is deep house 2. Now I want to mix another group. Then I go to, this is a group in mute, okay, this is deep house 1. I push group A and browse. I go to deep house 3, is the next track, load. You listen a little click because the CPU maybe when you upload have a peak, but sometimes happens, sometimes no. Now I'm playing this track. I want to mixing with the 3. I go to 3, go down the value. I mute the bass drum, for example. I return on track B, is this one. I mute this chord, Now is a little trick. I go to perform and I can put, for example, stutter, and I put stutter on 1, 2, and I create a loop. Now I can mix the other track. Magic. I go to A, is house 3, and I unmute the kick. And now like this I can create a loop, no? And I want to add elements. Elements house, for example, of this car. I go to the mixer and I go down. Now I can mute the track 2, and I can in bank B upload the next track 4. Load. There is a little click. This is the limitation. Now I can create a loop. This is I work with track 4, and I can shift perform, create a loop like this. Now I put down a little bit the volume. I go to track 1. I mute some elements. I want to mix, for example, with the next track. The next track is in loop. I put down the track 3. Now I eliminate the loop of track B like this. I go to track B, and the mix is done. And so on, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. You can create infinity live set. The limitation is about the CPU, that when you mix the two, you load the groups, maybe something happens like a peak, like a crackle, like a tick, little skip. But this is the only way for make long live set with Maschine Plus. Hope this is useful for you. I think you can find this tutorial in YouTube until now. Thank you for watching. Push in the comment, put in the comment what do you think about this technique.